What if NASA had already found alien life, but had never told humanity? Have you ever imagined the impact this revelation would have on the world? It would change everything we know about our place in the universe. But what if this discovery had already happened and was being hidden from us? Who would have access to this information? And more importantly, why would it be kept secret? Many people believe that spaces and space agencies have data that has not been released to the public. Information that could prove once and for all that we are not alone in the cosmos. But is there anything concrete behind these theories, or is it all speculation? Over the years, several events and discoveries have raised suspicions that there is much more happening behind the scenes than they tell us. Mysterious radio signs from deep space, enigmatic structures detected in Mars and the Moon, as well as astronauts who claim to have seen unexplained things during spatial missions. There are disqualified files that show that governments around the world have investigated the phenomenon of UFOs for decades. If it was all a great illusion, why so much interest? Why as many documents classified as ultra-secrets? Now imagine that at some point in recent history, NASA or any other space agency has actually found concrete evidence of extraterrestrial life. Perhaps not an advanced civilization, but simple life forms, alien microorganisms in frozen moons such as Europe and Entertain. Or perhaps an even more impressive discovery, signs of non-human technology wandering through space. If this were true, would this information be released to the public immediately? Or is there a reason to hide this discovery of humanity? Many people believe that the main reason for maintaining this secret would be the social and religious impact. Confirmation that we are not alone could cause a deep shock in society's beliefs and values. Many religions base their worldview on the idea that life on Earth is unique and special. If we found out that life is common in the universe, how would it affect people's faith? Would humanity be ready to face this truth? Another reason for a possible cover-up would be the fear of social collapse. Some theories suggest that revealing the existence of extraterrestrial life could generate panic, chaos, and destabilization of governments. The human being is afraid of the unknown, and a revelation of this magnitude could lead to unpredictable reactions. There could be an economic collapse, a break in the world order, and even conflicts between nations that wanted to control this new information. But what if the real reason was something even more strategic? Imagine that when discovering the existence of alien life, governments realized that this could be used for military or technological purposes. If there were more advanced civilizations than ours, their technology could represent an unimaginable threat or military advantage. Therefore, maintaining this information, restricted only to a small group of people, would ensure that no other nation had access before. This race for knowledge could justify decades of confidentiality, while scientists and military study what has been found without even the population of their existence. Now think about the following. If a secret of this level really existed, how could we realize the signs that it is being hidden? There are reports of astronauts who claim to have seen unknown objects in orbit of the Earth and even during moon missions. Some claim to have witnessed lights and movements that challenge any logical explanation. There are also leaked documents that mention meetings with unidentified phenomena and coded messages intercepted in space. If these events are just misunderstandings or really evidence of something bigger, we don't know yet. But the amount of reports and secret investigations raises an important question. What are they trying to hide from us? If NASA or any other agency has already found evidence of alien life and chose not to reveal to the public, it would mean that humanity is being deprived of one of the greatest milestones in history. What would happen if this truth came to light? Would we be ready to face this reality, or are we still a civilization that needs to be protected from the unknown? Now I want to know about you. Do you believe NASA has already found alien life and hid from us? Or do you think we are still alone in the universe? Comment down here, they know the truth, if you think there is a big secret being kept, or we haven't found anything if we believe we are still looking for answers. If NASA has really found alien life and hid this information, it would change everything you know about our place in the universe. Revealing this truth could shake religions, cause social chaos, and completely transform the way we see life. But at the same time, hiding this secret of humanity means depriving each one of us the chance to understand our true origin and destiny in the cosmos. The question is, if this truth is revealed, would we be ready to accept it? And now I want to know your opinion. Do you believe NASA has discovered alien life and hid this information? Or do you think we don't have any concrete evidence yet? Comment down here, the truth is being hidden, if you think there is something that does not tell us, or we have not found anything if we believe we are alone in search of answers. If you are intrigued by this possibility and want to keep exploring the mysteries of the universe, leave your like right now. This helps the channel a lot and shows YouTube that this content deserves to be recommended for more curious people like you. Subscribe now and activate the bell, because every week we have new videos about theories, discoveries, and questions that challenge our understanding of the cosmos. Has NASA ever found evidence of extraterrestrial life and just did not disclose? Many believe yes, and over the years discoveries have emerged that raise suspicions. These are inexplicable signs, enigmatic structures, and even testimonials from scientists and astronauts who claim to have seen something that should never be revealed to the public. But what exactly has been discovered that it may indicate that we are not alone in the universe? Has humanity ever had indirect contact with alien life without realizing it? One of the first things that generates doubts is the mysterious structures on Mars and the Moon. Since we started exploring these celestial bodies, some images captured by space probes and telescopes have aroused the curiosity of conspiracy researchers and theorists. In Mars, for example, there are formations that resemble pyramids, geometric structures that seem organized, and even the famous Mars face, which was photographed by the Viking 1 probe in 1976. Officially, these formations are explained as mere geological coincidences or light and shade effects. But can all this symmetry really just be a chance? And if Mars have ever had a civilization in the past? And don't stop there. On the Moon, several images captured by spatial missions from both NASA and other agencies show structures that seem artificial. Some of these formations look like towers or domes, as if they were remnants of something built for a long time. Reports of astronaut of Apollo missions indicate that some of these anomalies have been seen with the naked eye, but never officially explained. Has our moon been inhabited or used as an alien base? Another great mystery is the radio signs coming from the deep space. Since the creation of programs such as Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, which seeks extraterrestrial signs, several anomalies have already been detected. One of the most famous cases is the WOW signal, captured in 1977 by a radio telescope from the University of Ohio. This signal was strong and seemed to have come from outside our solar system. To this day, no one has been able to explain it completely. Was it just an unknown natural phenomenon or a lost contact with an alien civilization? In addition, there is the evidence that NASA itself found within our solar system, such as Jupiter's frozen moons Europe and Encelado from Saturn. These moons have underground oceans hidden under a thick layer of ice, and there is strong indications that these oceans can contain extraterrestrial microbial life. The Cassini spacecraft, which studied Saturn and its moons for years, detected water vapor emanations and organic compounds coming out of the stressed surface, a strong indicative that there may be a favorable environment for life under ice. If NASA has found signs of biological activity in these oceans, why was this information not widely publicized? Is there anything we don't know yet? And we must not forget the exoplanets in the habitable zone, which are those planets that orbit other stars and have conditions similar to those of the Earth. Since the Kepler telescope has begun to identify these worlds, thousands of exoplanets have been found, many of them with great chances of sheltering life. One of the most famous is Kepler 452b, a planet that has a size similar to that of Earth and orbits a star-like star. If these planets are so promising, has any of these missions have found concrete life signs? If we join all these findings, it is hard to believe that NASA has not yet found any evidence of alien life. And if you already found it, what would be the reason to hide? Is humanity not ready for that truth? Do governments and large corporations want to keep this knowledge only for a select group? Now, I want to know your opinion. Which of these evidence do you find the most convincing? The radio signs, the mysterious structures on Mars and the Moon, or the underground oceans in the moons of Jupiter and Saturn? Comment down here. NASA already knows something if you believe they hide information. Or we're still looking for if you think the discovery of alien life is yet to come. If NASA really found alien life, why hide it from humanity? This is one of the most intriguing questions when we talk about the possibility of a big secret being kept behind the scenes of space agencies. After all, if such a discovery became public, it would forever change the way we see our place in the universe. However, there are several reasons why this truth could be hidden, and they all lead to one conclusion: perhaps humanity is not ready to deal with this revelation. One of the most discussed reasons for NASA's alleged cover-up is the impact that this information would have on religion and society. From the beginning of civilization, most religions teach that humanity has a special role in the universe, either as divine creation or as the center of existence. Now imagine if suddenly there was an irrefutable proof that we are not the only ones. How would this affect the beliefs of billions of people around the world? Some religions could try to adapt to this new reality, but others could see it as a direct challenge to their doctrines. There could be a global crisis of faith, with thousands of people questioning everything they believed so far. But the problems would not just be limited to the religious impact. The psychological aspect of this revelation could be even more devastating. If tomorrow, NASA confirmed that it found intelligent life on another planet, or that there was contact with extraterrestrial civilizations, how would the population react? Some people could accept the news with excitement and curiosity, but for others, this could generate fear, collective hysteria, and even global panic. In a world where people come into despair for economic crises or political events, imagine the chaos of discovering that something much more advanced than us is out there. Governments could lose control over their populations, conspiracy theories would emerge in mass, and society could dive into an unprecedented period of instability. Another factor that reinforces the hypothesis of confidentiality is the control that governments exert on strategic information. If an advanced alien civilization were discovered, it would not be treated only as a scientific issue, but also as a state secret. Extraterrestrial technology could represent a gigantic advantage for those who could study it first. Imagine the power a nation would have been able to access technology capable of traveling between stars or producing energy unlimitedly. This could completely change the planet's geopolitical balance, causing countries to enter a new race for the dominance of space. As in the Cold War, where the US space race and the Soviet Union was more about power than science, knowledge of alien life could become the most valuable weapon of the century. But there is an even scarier question. What if the aliens are not friendly? Cinema and literature have explored this scenario countless times, and the idea that beings from another planet can represent a real threat is not that absurd. If NASA discovered intelligent life and realized that we have no chance against them, what would they do? Would they reveal the truth and let panic spread? Or would they hide everything to prevent humanity from knowing how vulnerable it really is? Interestingly, over the years there have been several reports of NASA scientists and former employees who claim that the agency already has concrete information about extraterrestrial life, but maintains this data in absolute confidentiality. There are even leaked documents that suggest that NASA and other government agencies have integer departments dedicated to studying evidence of alien life, but none of this is publicized to the public. If all this was just fantasy, why do so many reports point to a hidden secret? Now, I want to know about you. If NASA really found extraterrestrial life, do you think humanity is ready to know the truth? Or do you believe keeping it a secret is the best decision? Comment here below. The world needs to know. If you think this information should be revealed or we're not ready yet, if you believe confidentiality may be necessary to avoid chaos. Many people believe that there is clear evidence that NASA and other ESC space agencies where information about the existence of extraterrestrial life. But is this true? Over the decades, several events and reports have raised suspicions that there is much more happening behind the scenes than they tell us. Astronaut testimonials, leaked documents, former reports, and even historical cases, such as Roswell's famous incident, make many people wonder if the public is actually being kept in the dark about one of the greatest mysteries of humanity. One of the most intriguing points is the reports of astronauts who claim to have seen UFOs in space. Since the beginning of spatial exploration, several astronauts reported having seen strange objects while they were in orbit. Gordon Cooper, one of NASA's first astronauts, said he had seen a UFO during a test flight and years later reported that the agency was already aware of unknown objects monitoring the land. Edgar Mitchell, who participated in the Apollo 14 mission, also said publicly that he believes that extraterrestrials have already visited our planet and that information about it is being hidden. Buzz Aldrin, the second man to step on the moon, mentioned in interviews that he saw a mysterious object following Apollo 11 during his journey to the natural satellite. If they were only hallucinations or visual mistakes, why do so many astronauts report similar experiences? Another factor that raises suspicions is the leaked documents that suggest contact with extraterrestrial civilizations. Over the years, several confidential files have been released through laws of freedom of information or simply leaked to the public. One of the most famous is the Majestic 12 document, an alleged secret report of the United States government that details a group of scientists, military and American intelligence officers in charge of studying alien life evidence. Although the authenticity of this document is questioned, it fits a standard of other revelations that indicate that there are secret investigations on UFOs happening for a long time. And when we talk about secrets and cover-up, we cannot ignore the Roswell case, one of the most emblematic events of ufology. In July 1947, something fell into the New Mexico desert. Initially, the United States Air Force issued a statement stating that it had recovered a flying disc, but quickly changed the version, saying it was just a weather balloon. Since then, witnesses have emerged stating that not only the wreckage were of extraterrestrial origin, but there were also bodies of unknown beings at the scene of the accident. Has the US government been able to capture alien technology and hid it from the public? In addition to the Roswell case, other incidents were rapidly drowned out by governments. An example is the incident of the Rendlesham Forest in England in 1980. United States Air Force military reported that they saw a bright object landing in a forest near a military base. As they tried to approach, the object emitted intense lights and disappeared quickly. Official reports about the case were contradictory, and witnesses say they were instructed to never talk about what happened. But perhaps the most intriguing evidence come from former officials and scientists who denounced that there are secret files on the subject. Paul Hellyer, former Minister of Defense of Canada, publicly stated that governments around the world not only know about the existence of extraterrestrials, but also maintain contact with some civilizations. Bob Lazar, a physicist who claims to have worked in Area 51, said he saw and studied alien spacecraft being analyzed by the US government. According to him, these ships used a propulsion system based on an unknown chemical element at the time, called Element 115, which years later was officially discovered by science. Now stop and think. Why do so many people with credibility talk about this subject, but are their allegations constantly discredited? Was it just a big coincidence, or is there an active attempt to silence information that could change the course of history? If we analyze the pattern of these stories, it seems that whenever more concrete evidence arises, they are quickly denied or ridiculed. Some people believe this is part of a strategy called controlled disacting, where small information is gradually released so that society gets used to the idea that we are not alone without causing immediate panic. Other theories suggest that everything is being hidden because something much bigger is at stake, and humanity is simply not yet prepared to know the truth. But the big question continues. If there is so much evidence of a possible cover-up, what would be the real reason for maintaining this information hidden? We would be treed of something we should not know. Or would it be just a matter of power and control, where few want to keep this knowledge just for themselves? Now, I want to know your opinion. Do you think NASA and other governments hide information about alien contacts? Or do you believe that all these reports are just coincidences and misunderstandings? Comment down here, they hide something, if you think there is a big secret being kept or there is no concrete evidence, if it believes it is all speculation. If you got here, congratulations. You are part of the select group of explorers of the unknown who really want to understand the greatest mysteries in the universe. Now tell me, do you think NASA hides information about extraterrestrial life? Or do you believe we are still alone in search of answers? Comment down here, the truth is hidden, if you think there is a big secret being kept, or we have not found anything, if you believe it is all speculation. And since you watched until the end, don't forget to leave the like. This helps the channel too much to grow and shows to YouTube that this content deserves to be recommended for more curious like you. Subscribe now and activate the bell, because every week we have new videos exploring amazing theories and shocking revelations about the universe. And look, here is already appearing a video that will explode your mind. What if the aliens are already among us without realizing it? Click now and continue this journey by the unknown.